following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome. Mostly cloudy, 70 degrees right now here in Rapid City. They wanted to get this game started at 2:35. It is now 2:35 local time, and the Stars are still warming up while the Pierre State players are ready to step up to the plate and start swinging. So we'll see how this one goes. There is a chance of thunderstorms, a 50% chance of thunderstorms in the 3 o'clock hour, and that's one of the reasons why they're trying to speed up the start of this game here. We were under a severe thunderstorm warning during that last game. But that severe thunderstorm warning has expired. Looks like we should be clear of rain for the next 40 to 50 minutes, and then it might start sprinkling rain again. Then we'll have to kind of take a peek at the forecast and see if we can get into this game. Stars 2-1 in the tournament, and if they can win this game, they would be more than likely to hold a 2 seed heading out of pool play with the loss to a very talented and very good Cheyenne team, as their pitcher McAnally tossed a no-hitter. And then to put the icing on the cake, he would ding a 2-run homer over the right field wall to just put the icing on the cake for his no-hitter, and that would result in the end of the game due to a 2-hour time limit, so the game ends in 6 innings. For your lineup here for this game was the Stars look to rebound from that loss against Cheyenne. They will have, for Pierre State batting first, it'll be George Stolley, the left fielder, Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, and John Lyons, the third baseman, batting 1, 2, and 3. The middle order at 4, 5, and 6 with the first baseman Bennett Dean, the designated hitter Gary Nedved, and the catcher Grayson Hunsley. And then the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, will be the right fielder Jet Zabel, the shortstop Spencer Eastland, and the center fielder Brecken Kruger. Pitching and not batting today on the mound for Pierre will be the starting pitcher, Jack Merkwan. For the Post 400 Stars, who will be the home team for the first time in the Rapid City tournament on the scoreboard, it'll be 1, 2, and 3, center fielder Nick Hasbargen, third baseman Colby Hansen, shortstop Easton Rarick. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6, first baseman Caden Graff, catcher Hayden Cresson, right fielder Chayton Sen. The bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, left fielder Jake Jaroszewski, designated hitter Eli Mock, and second baseman Grant Matter. Not batting and starting on the mound here against Pierre State will be Matt Bryant. So that'll be how we start things off here in the post-game show. Once again, as we take a look at, or pregame show, I should say, take a look at our upcoming schedule since we have a little bit of time to do so. Coming up tonight, 7 o'clock, back home, Eric Tianson and Chris Hubden will have Dakota Fusion Soccer for you. They'll be taking on Joy St. Louis Park Athletic Club, I should say. Tomorrow's placement game for the Stars will either be at 1 or 3:30 p.m. If they win this game, there's a chance they'll play at 3:30. If they lose this game, it's more than likely they'll play at 1 o'clock. But we'll have to see and wait and see exactly how that plays out, because there's still plenty of other teams. There's actually 2 pools, and one of them's on the field that we've been on all weekend. The other pool is over on a field just across the parking lot here. They post 320 Stars. Is another South Dakota team, and they're hosting Pool B or Pool 2 of this Rapid City Veterans Classic tournament. And then the Breckenridge graduation tomorrow, and then we return to Fargo with the Astros and Devil's Lake on Monday, June 6th, and then we kick off the summer portion of the Stars schedule when they head to Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown to take on the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles at 5 o'clock and 7:30 in a doubleheader from Jack Brown Stadium. And now we get ready to go here as once again on the mound, it's going to be Matt Bryant warming up. And after dropping that 8-0 game to Cheyenne Post 6, they will look to bounce back here against Pierre Post 8. And a game that temperatures cooled down rather quickly, even though it is still, according to the official weather channel forecast, it is mostly cloudy and 70 right now. But it certainly doesn't feel that way. Mostly cloudy and 70, and east wind at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30% as of right now. That bumps up to 60% in about 20 minutes from now. And over the course of the next few minutes here, first pitch comes across at 2:40 p.m., so 20 minutes ahead of schedule. And it's in for a strike. So we should be clear of rain for about 35 minutes, and then we might have to think about things here. 2 quick strikes tossed by Matt Bryant. We'll go around the bases here in just a moment for Post 400. And there's a swing and a miss, and on 3 pitches, George Stolley goes down on a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's the first out of the inning, and it brings up, I believe, Jaden Wiebe is how the PA announcer pronounced it. I didn't have enough time between games to flip Post 400 over to the home team of this home side of the scoreboard and go ask for name pronunciation, so I apologize for any Pierre fans tuning in. This one, grounder over towards Easton Rarick, and it's off the mark. Caden Graff, it's going to be an error on Rarick. Wiebe will reach base on the error charge to the shortstop, and that'll bring up John Lyons now. So runner on base here for Pierre. Miles City, the only team in the tournament without a win yet. Everybody else has 1 or more wins in this tournament. That pitch up high to Lyons for a ball, 1-0. I know Pierre's beaten them once, beaten Miles City, but I don't know what, I didn't have a chance to check on their win-loss on the rest of the games in the tournament. So I know they're at least 1-0. 2-0 now here to John Lyons. Runner on first is Jaden Wiebe. Got there via the error on Easton Rarick. Should have been an easy 6-3 ground out, but Rarick couldn't quite make the throw over to first. Matt Bryant on the mound, Hayden Cressing catching as per usual here for the Stars, and then here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one's hit up high, and that's going deep. Right field, and running back is Chayton Sen, and he will not make the catch, and the runners will move into second and third. It's a double for John Lyons, high and deep to right field. All the way to the warning track. Jaden Wiebe moves into third. 2 runners on with 1 out. And Bennett Dean will be the batter now. And Pierre looking to strike early here on this one. So once again, Matt Bryant pitching, Hayden Cressing catching, and then Caden Graff at first, Grant Matter at second, Easton Rarick to shortstop, Colby Hansen at third. That one's blasted out into left center field, and making the catch on the run is Jake Jaroszewski. Tagging on third is Jaden Wiebe. He'll score. The sacrifice fly makes it 1-0. John Lyons will remain on second base, and that'll empty all but one of the bases so far. Bennett Dean with the sac fly out into left center, deep left center. Jaroszewski makes the catch. Wiebe scores, 1-0 Pierre. The good news is that puts the second out on the board here for the Stars. So they'll give up 1 run instead of 3 like they did in the first inning, assumingly anyway. Matt Bryant will step off the mound. The Lions will touch up on the second base bag. The batter is Gary Netved. Gary Netved stepping up to the plate here for Pierre Post-8. With a black and green color scheme, and Nedved swings and misses for strike 1. Matt Bryant got the first out of the inning on a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. 3 pitches and a strikeout on the first batter. Now he gets 1 pitch, 1 strike here on Nedved. And the 0-1. And Nedved will bouncing ball to third. Picked up there by Kobe Hansen. He'll fire it over to DeGraff. And that will complete the top of the inning. They leave 1 stranded on base. And the ground out by Nedved will bring up Nick Hasbarger and Kobe Hansen, Easton Rarick for the Stars in the bottom half of the first. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, there's a look at Jack Merquan. He'll be your starting pitcher for Pierre Post-8. And Grayson Hunsley will be behind the plate catching around the bases here for Pierre. At first, you have Bennett Dean. At second, Jaden Wiebe. Spencer Eastland, the shortstop. John Lyons at third. In the outfield, Brecken Kruger straightaway center. Left field is George Stolley. Right field is Jet Zabel. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for Pierre in the top half of the first. And now Nick Hasbargen will be the first batter in the lineup here for face Merquan. And Merquan will deliver, and it's going to be a bunt. A bunt right back. Hasbargen on the pedal and safe at first. He's on with a bunt single to start the game here, and Kobe Hansen will try and duplicate that success. Don't think Pierre was expecting that one right out of the gate. I don't think I was either. That's going to be the second hit of the game here. Or check that, the first hit of the game. One run on 2 hits, 1 error. My apologies. For Pierre in the top of the first. And now a runner on first, Hasbargen. Kobe Hansen, the batter. Here's the pitch. And Kobe Hansen blasts it to the gap in left center, and it will fall for a hit. Rounding second is Hasbargen. He'll head into third. They'll send him home, and the throw will not come in time. It's an RBI double for Kobe Hansen, and the game is tied at 1-1. Hansen found the gap in left center. It dropped between left fielder Stolley and right and center fielder Kruger and rolled all the way to the warning track before Kruger is able to track it down. And as a result, Hasbargen will score, and they'll bring up Easton Rarick. Easton Rarick hit a home run in this tournament yesterday for the Stars. He'll take the first pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. Caden Graff moves into the on-deck circle, and so far so good for the Post 400 Stars here in Game 2 of the day against Pierre, South Dakota. Runner goes, and that one's sent up high, right center field. Is it deep enough? No, it's not. And getting underneath it is Kruger, the center fielder, for the out. Tagging up on second is Colby Hansen. He'll slide into third. Caden Graff, the batter now. Here's the pitch. Graff will take it high for a ball, 1-0. And here's the pitch. Swung on, that one's hit deep to center field as well. Kruger backpedaling, and he makes the catch for the second out. Tagging on third is Colby Hansen. It's a sacrifice fly for Caden Graff, and the Stars take the lead at 2-1. So the fly out on the sacrifice fly will bring up Hayden Crescent. Crescent has struggled here in Rapid City. He's going to look to potentially break that here on this at bat. Stars up 2-1 now here in the bottom of the first. That pitch to Crescent comes across for a strike, and that has been the usual theme here for Hayden Crescent here in Rapid City. Not the whole season, but here in Rapid City. We'll see if he can get a hit finally. 2 pitches, 2 strikes, and certainly not looking in favor of that at this point in time, but always have the fingers crossed there if you're a Hayden Crescent fan. 0-2, and here's the 0-2 from Merkwan. And that one will bounce, and it's going to be not in time. He's in with a base hit. An infield hit. Hayden Crescent's strikeout streak comes to an end here in Rapid City. Now Chayton Sen will try his luck here against Merkwan. Ten minutes into the ball game. 2 outs, 9 pitches from Merkwan. This will be pitch number 10. Looks like for Hayden Crescent, we'll have a courtesy runner. And that is going to be possibly Joe Fryer, maybe. Let me see here. Can't catch the jersey number just quite yet. Yes, it is Joe Fryer. Joe Fryer will take over the running responsibilities on first. And it's no balls and no strikes now here. Chayton Sen, the batter. And the pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. They're actually charging an error, I guess. I don't know where the error came in. It was a clean hit and a clean throw. He simply ran out the pitch, or ran out the throw. That's a hit. That's not an error. We'll keep our scoreboard where it's at. 3 hits for the Stars. They've charged an error on the scoreboard, but I disagree with it. It's going to be a hit. And that one's hit up high. That one's going to right center, and it will drop. It'll be picked up there by Zabel, the right fielder. And Joe Fryer, with his speed, moves into third on the single by Chayton Sen. Jake Jaroszewski will step up to the plate now here for the Stars, with runners on the corners. And the pitch, and that one will hit the corner for a strike. Jaroszewski likes to go to left field. He has completely avoided right field when appearing on Magnitude Sports. And here's the windup in the 0-1, and that one's going to go down a little bit low and sliding, or not really sliding, but strolling is probably the better word to put it, into second base is Chayton Sen. So 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 out. If Jaroszewski can get a base hit, the Stars can break this one open early. And that one is fouled off to the first base side. It's good for strike number 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count now here to Jaroszewski. And Jaroszewski down the third base line, and the toss to first is out in time, and that'll prevent the run from scoring. So they'll strand 2 on base as we complete the first inning of play. They get 2 runs on 4 hits on 1 Pierre error. And we'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, 1 complete, 2-1 in favor of the Post 400 Stars here on Magnitude Sports. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. 70 degrees here in Rapid City. And a good first inning for the Stars after falling to Cheyenne in the previous game, 8-0. McAnally for Cheyenne delivered a no-hitter. And right now, he's out at first. That was a close one, but it will be a 6-3 ground out. Jet Zabel. Jet Zabel at the plate now here with 1 away, and Bryant delivers the pitch for a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. That one will skip off the turf to even up the count of the ball, and a strike. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here with 16 minutes into the ball game. 14 pitches for Matt Bryant. The next one will be pitch number 15. On deck here is, I'll have to double check the jersey number there. Might be Matt Hansen. I had it as Spencer Easlin. But we'll double check that here when the PA announcer announces the name. There's some sketchy handwriting on the lineup card, so I may have mistaken 15 for 12. 3 balls and a strike now here to Jet Zabel. And Zabel to left field, and going back, it drops fair just inside the fair line at the warning track, and now they'll rifle it into Kobe Hansen at third, and that'll hold Zabel to a double. But a nice hit there by Zabel, gets it down the third base line and just tucks it in the foul line right in front of the warning track. It's 325 down the left field line, 393 to center field, and 330 to the right field line. All right, so I didn't hear the PA announcer. I have it as Spencer Easlin, but it's number 12, and if it is number 12, it's Matt Hansen and not Easlin. So we'll go ahead and make the flip and assume it's correct. Matt Hansen, the batter now. 1 ball, no strike to Matt Hansen. Bryant looking back at Zabel on second. Now takes a second nod at second. Winds and delivers the 1-0. And this one blasted into right field on a 2-hop. Chayton Sen will pick it up. They'll hold the brakes on Zabel at third. And now Pierre is in business looking to tie the game. It's a single by Hansen. Pushes Zabel up to third. And now bring up the next batter here for Pierre post 8. It's the center fielder, Brecken Kruger. And the pitch from Bryant is up high for a ball. Once again, the reset. Hansen, the runner on first. Jet Zabel, the runner on third. Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, at the plate right now. George Stolle is on deck. Kruger, batter number 9 in the lineup here, so a return to the top of the order if no double plays happen. Bryant with a 1-0, and check swing fouled it for a strike, 1-1. Pickoff attempt at first there on Hansen. Hansen slides back safely. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 runner on first, 1 runner on third. And the pitch comes in for strike 2. And this one is going to be right over to Bryant, or check that, Grant Matter. And they'll get the force out at second. Zabel will score. Kruger on with a fielder's choice. He'll get an RBI as well. .64 on the force out at second. Fielder's choice for Kruger. Brings up George Stolle. He struck out swinging. Last time Matt Bryant faced the top of the order, he sent them down all on strikeouts. So 2 outs now here in the top of the second, and it's a 2-2 game. That pitch is going to miss for a ball. 1-0 here to Stolle. Jaden Wiebe is on deck if Stolle can reach base. Runner on first is Kruger. No other runners on. And it's a 2-2 ball game. And that one's going to be popped up and out of play. First base side. Good for a strike, 1-1. And 1-1. And that one is, ooh, that one hit the runner, and as a result, he is out. The line drive hit, it appeared that Grant Matter had a play on it, but as Brecken Kruger came across from first to second, the ball hit him in the left leg, and that is an automatic out, and that ends the second inning of play. So they officially strand nobody on base. Actually, they strand 1 on base with the fielder's choice for Stolle, I guess is the best way to put it. And we will go now to the bottom of the second when we return after the break here on Magnitude. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. At the plate is Eli Mock. A high hopper right back to the pitcher. It's a 1-3 ground out for the first down of the inning. That was also the first pitch of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. Now Grant Matter will be the batter, stepping up next. An equal opportunity left in center field hitter. He does have one lone solo hit to right field. Lifetime here on Magnitude Sports. 1-0 the count here on the pitch from Merquan. It's 1-0 to Grant Matter. And Merquan will wind and deliver, and a swing and a miss there by Matter for strike 1. It's 1 ball and 1 strike as Grant Matter, batter number 9 in the lineup, will return us to the top of the order with Osbargen and Colby Hansen, batters 1 and 2 on deck and in the circle. Here's the 1-1 pitch with 1 away. And that's strike 2. Nice pitch there by Merquan as he gets across the outer edge of the plate. And this will be pitch number 20 here for Merquan. Wind up in the delivery, 1-2, and that one's into left field over the glove of John Lyons at third. It's going to be scooped up. Matter will pump the brakes as he rounds first and backtrack, and he's on with a single to left field. Nice hit there by Grant Matter. And now it took 20 pitches for Merquan to get through the first 9 batters for the Stars, and now he'll face the top of the order again here with Nick Osbargen. On 20 pitches, 16 strikes and 4 balls. He's given up 2 runs on 5 hits so far here for these post-400 Stars. And now he'll take a peek at Grant Matter on first. And the pitch will miss for a ball, I believe. Yep, it will. 1-0. Nick Hasbargen, once again, started the game off with a bunt single. He bunted it right between the pitcher and third. Pitcher caught up to it, but by the time he did, he was already at the base, and there was no chance to throw him out. 1-0. He does not square up this time, though, and he takes the pitch for a strike to even the count at 1 apiece. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. You got ones across the board, and that one's fouled away. First base side, right field, and out of play for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Game 2 of 2 here for the Stars, and the winner, if they win this game, they're more than likely going to play at 3:30 tomorrow. If they lose this game, it's a possibility they'll drop to the 1 o'clock game. And taking off is Grant Matter. He'll steal second with no challenge. 2 balls and 2 strikes now here for Nick Hasbargen. Merquan checks out Matter on second and delivers the pitch high for ball 3. 25 pitches from Merquan now, 7 balls, 18 strikes. Strike is anything that's not a ball. And the payoff. And this one is going to right field. It might drop, and it will drop. Grant Matter rounding third, and he will score. It's an RBI single for Nick Hasbargen. And the Stars have retaken the lead at 3-2. Two lead changes and 2 ties so far here in this game, and we're only in the bottom of the second. It's Colby Hansen, 1 for 1, doubled over the shortstop into left center last time he was at the plate. Now he shows bunt, pulls the bunt back. The throw up to second will not be in time, and the head first slide allows the steal for Nick Hasbargen. So Colby Hansen will see that pitch come across for a ball. It's 1-0. Once again, he's 1 for 1 with that double into left center. And Hasbargen in scoring position here if they can get another hit. They already have 6 hits in this game. That one's fouled away to even up the count of the ball. Or let's see here, should be 1-1, I believe. Maybe, yeah, 1-1. And that one is hit to right field, and he'll make the catch. And nobody will tag up. Hasbargen will stay tight at second. Hansen flies out to right field, and that'll bring up the next batter here for the Stars, and that's going to be Easton Rarick. So now 2 away, runner on second. And a 3-2 ball game here in favor of the Stars. Stars looking to get out of pool play with a 3-1 record and improve their overall season record to 18-5. Pitch is high for a ball. It's 1-0. Rarick 0 for 1. Fly out to Kruger in center field last time he was at the plate. Runner on second is Nick Hasbargen. And the pitch. 1-0 is going to hit the outside corner for a strike. That'll even things up at 1 apiece. 28 minutes into the ball game now here at Dave Plouffe Field in Rapid City. Merquan chucks out second and hits off the bag into center field. Rounding third is Hasbargen. The throw will come in. It'll not be in time. Hasbargen will score standing on an RBI single to center field for Easton Rarick. And now the Stars have doubled up here on Pierre 4-2. 7 hits in 2 innings. Pierre scored 1 in both innings, and Post 400 scored 2 in both innings. So far, they have 2 outs and still a runner on base looking for more here. Caden Graff responsible for the first run of the game on a sac fly to deep center. And the pitch is going to be in for a strike. Curveball that started on the inside edge of the plate and then curved over to the middle of the plate. A nice pitch there to not only push Caden Graff off the plate, but deliver it down the middle for a strike as a result. 30 minutes into the ball game now, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Up high for a ball, 1-1 as Easton Rarick looked to potentially take off for second there, but he'll touch back up on first base and get about a normal lead off here on first. And they'll try and pick him off, but he's back in time. Left hand or right hand's on the bag on the head first slide back into the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Caden Graff. Hayden Crescent is on deck. Rarick takes off, and this one is grounded towards Easland, the shortstop. He'll fire it over to first for the 3rd out, and Easton Rarick will be left stranded on base. So they leave 1 stranded on base for a total of 3 in the game now, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. 4-2 in favor of the Stars.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. All right, welcome back. Stars have doubled up here on Pierre after 2 innings of play. Pierre getting a single run in the first and second innings, and the Stars getting a pair of runs in the first and second innings. And now we go to the third with the Stars leading 4-2. 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 Pierre error. They've left 3 on base so far here in the game, and now George Stolley will lead it off. It's the top of the order, so it's the second time through the batting lineup here for Pierre Post 8. George Stolley was a victim of a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout delivered by Matt Bryant last time he was at the plate. This pitch will come in a little bit low. It's ball one here to Stolly. Jaden Wiebe on deck. John Lyons, we'll see those three for sure this inning. Matt Bryant now about to toss pitch 27 on the afternoon. He'll wind and deal, and that one is a little low for ball two. So 2 balls and no strikes now here for George Stolly. And Bryant will quickly wind up for the 2-0 pitch. That one grounded towards third, and it's foul, and it'll be 2-1. 10 balls, 18 strikes on 28 pitches. Want to welcome everybody watching at Buffalo Wild Wings in Fargo off 42nd Street. They've always been a huge supporter of the Stars, and we certainly thank them for everything they've done over the past few years to support the Post 400 Club, including feeding the kids on many occasions. So thank you so much to our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings for making that happen. This one hit up high, center field. Oliver Luck going back, and it's over his head, and it is a ground rule double. It bounced over the wall, and then it bounced off the grass, then bounced off the top of the wall, and then over it. So it's a ground rule double for George Stolly. Jaden Wiebe will step up to the plate now. So that pitch will miss for a ball. Once again, Jaden Wiebe reached base on an error charge to the shortstop. As he tossed it over to third, he was a little bit off the mark. That one popped up out of play. First base side over the Pierre dugout. I'll even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to be popped up, fouled away for strike 2. 1-2 the count now here to Jaden Wiebe. On deck is John Lyons. I think anyway, unless they made a change. Oh wait, hang on a second here. I think I'm off a batter. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I'm off a batter. It is John Lyons who's at the plate now, and he will pop this one up, and it's going to shallow center, and Grant Matter, the second baseman, will make the grab. So that's out number 1. Bennett Dean, the batter now. That one's hit up high to center field. Oliver Luck going back towards the warning track, and he makes the catch. About maybe 5 yards in front of the warning track. Tagging up on second is the runner. And he will advance to third on the fly out by Bennett Dean. Hayden Crescent, 1 for 1 in this game, has a single. They charged it as an error on the scoreboard, but it was not an error. He grounded it out over to the shortstop, and the shortstop couldn't make the throw in time. He ran out the throw, and it's an infield hit as a result. Take that back here with the skip batter. We're still in the Pierre batting lineup. This is Gary Nedved. And that one's fouled away, and I'm going to have to fix, I'm not exactly sure where I screwed up. I'm pretty sure it was my fault there. Gary Nedved. 2 outs. Hayden Cresson will be the first batter in the bottom of the 3rd. Here it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gary Nedved with 2 out. 37 minutes into the ball game. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nedved 0 for 1. Grounded out to 3rd on his last trip to the plate. 5-3 ground out. And the payoff pitch swung on, and it's going to go to Easton Rarick. He'll scoop it up. Fired over to first, and that will finally take care of a nightmare 3rd inning for the announcer, Mike Mason. But otherwise, it was a very decent inning for everybody else involved in this game. So, especially if you're the Stars. They hold Pierre to 0, and they will try and add to their 4-2 lead when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, 4-2 in favor of the Stars. Want to say hi to Jim. Jim, thanks for subscribing to the channel, because when we ended that last game, I was expecting 2:45, and then I went over to get lineups, and they're like, game's going to start at 2:35. I'm like, man, if you could start at 2:37, that would help me out big time. Well, they started at 2:30. 2:40 was the official first pitch, so I was just barely able to get everything set up for that next game. But thanks so much for tuning in, Jim. And thanks to his subscription, he did not miss any part of the game. And that could be you. All you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if I say we're on at 3 and we go on at 2:30, you'll know about it even if I don't tell you about it. That's one of the advantages of being a subscriber to the YouTube channel. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch, the count now here. The 1-for-1 single that was charged officially as an error that I disagree with. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the single. It's Hayden Cresson at the mound. 2 balls and a strike now. Chayton Sen on deck. Jake Jaroszewski to follow. And now it's 3-1. Merquan will toss pitch 40 here. And here's pitch 40. And Cresson's going deep. Right field, and it is going to go all the way to the wall. And did he make the catch? I think he did. What a catch by Brecken Kruger as he made the catch at the wall for the out. So that's a deep fly out. I mean, that came, if that had a launch angle of maybe a foot higher, it would have been a solo home run. And he has hit 1 home run this season, so it wouldn't have surprised me if that one snuck out as well. But a great catch by Kruger in center field, and now this one's going deep to center field, going all the way to the wall, and it'll be scooped up there by Zabel. And Chayton Sen heading into third, and they're going to hold him there. It's a triple for Chayton Sen. He now has a single and a triple. Just needs a double and a home run to complete the cycle. And now Jake Jaroszewski will step up to the plate. Nice show of sportsmanship there from first baseman Bennett Dean. Chayton Sen putting his foot on the gas pedal, lost his helmet rounding first, and made it all the way over to third. Jake Jaroszewski 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. I believe that was to end the inning at that point in time, too. And now a runner on third here for the Stars. They're 90 feet away from making it a 5-2 game, and only one out here in the top half of the third, or bottom half of the third, excuse me. Strike comes into Jaroszewski. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one's popped up as he'll battle it away, and it'll remain 0-2. 44 pitches, 43 minutes into the game from Merquan. 13 balls, 31 strikes, according to my numbers unofficially. Here's an 0-2 pitch. That one right up the middle. It'll find its way into center field. That'll easily score. Chayton sent from third. It's now 5-2 on the RBI single by Jaroszewski into center field, and that'll bring up the next batter here for the Stars. That is Eli Mock, 0 for 1. Grounded out right back to the pitcher on a 1-3 last time he was at the plate. So Jaroszewski getting an RBI single that scores Chayton Sen, and now it's 5-2, and that is the 9th hit of the game here for the Post 400 Stars here in the bottom of the third inning. Getting a short lead off is Jaroszewski. Merquan will deliver the pitch. Jaroszewski will take off for second, and he'll be in safely. He avoids the tag, gets his left hand on the bag at second, and he takes a stolen base and adds it to his stat count for the season. I believe it is 1 ball and no strikes, no, it's no balls, 1 strike. And that one's up high. Now it's a ball and a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. He got ones across the board here in a 5-2 ball game in the bottom of the third for the Post 400 Stars. And the pitch is high and in for ball 2. 2-1 now here to Eli Mock. Grant Matter is on deck. 1 away if no double plays happen. Mock and Matter represent batters 8 and 9 in the lineup here for the Post 400 Stars. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Merquan, and that is high and in for ball 3. And he'll get a strike there, and it's 3-2. So strike followed by 3 balls and another strike. And now it's a full count here to Eli Mock. Once again, Grant Matter is the batter on deck. Merquan 50 pitches now, 34 strikes and 16 balls. And on the payoff pitch, he'll deliver pitch 51. That one's going to be popped up, and it should be Merquan to make the grab, and he does, and that's out number 2. Grant Matter drilled a single into left field last time he was at the plate. And that scored a run, too, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. So 2 outs and a runner on second being Jaroszewski. The Stars will kind of keep this inning going here. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0, and a nice eye there by Grant Matter. 46 minutes into the ball game now, 52 pitches from Merquan. 1 ball, no strikes. Jaroszewski on second. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back for a strike, and it's 1-1. Fouled back, straight up and over the netting behind home plate. Not a whole lot of fans sitting there right now, as we were supposed to have some possible rain right about now, but it still is not. I don't believe it's sprinkling. As I look out, oh, actually, it might be sprinkling, but that's the worst case scenario right now. Over to third. Does his foot stay on the bag? And it does. He is safe. Jaroszewski successfully steals third, and now it's 90 feet away from making it 6-2, but there is 2 outs and a ball, 2 strikes to Grant Matter. Once again, Nick Hasbargen is the batter on deck. If Hasbargen get to the plate, will return to the top of the order for the 3rd time here in the 3rd inning of play. Well, not 3rd time in the 3rd inning, but 3rd time through 2 2/3 innings of play. Let's put it that way. Swing and a miss, and we will not get to the top of the order with 2 2/3 innings. Instead, we'll have to wait until the bottom of the 4th to see the top of the order. It'll be batters 6, 7, and 8 for Pierre when we return after the break. It's Hunsley, Zabel, and Hansen right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Signarama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signarama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signarama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signarama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Three complete here at Dave Blue Field in Rapid City, and the Post 400 Stars, 2-1 in the tournament, have a 5-2 lead over Pierre, South Dakota, Post 8. Grayson Hunsley is the batter. Pierre, 2 runs on 4 hits on 1 Post 400 error, and they've left 2 on base so far. Stars have left 4 on base. The pitch comes across to Hunsley for a ball. It's 1-0. Hunsley 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop Easton Rarick last time he was at the plate. Now a strike is delivered to even up the count at a ball and a strike apiece. 49 minutes into the ball game, Rapid City right now. We do have some slight showers and 68 degrees. Look at an 80% chance of thunderstorms in the 4 o'clock hour, and that will be a ground out, and Caden Graff will secure the out at first. 1 up, 1 down. Jet Zabel 1 for 1. Drilled a double and tucked it right inside the third base line in front of the warning track, about 321 feet out into left field last time he was at the plate. See if Matt Bryant can avoid giving up a double to him this time. I believe that double drove in a run, but there's nobody on base to drive in right now, so double wouldn't be the, quote, end of the world if that were to happen, if you're a Stars fan, of course. 2-0 here to Jet Zabel. Of course, he could hold him to a single if you were to walk him, and I say that with a little bit of sarcasm. 2-1 now with 1 out. Matt Bryant sets and winds and delivers the 2-1 up high, 3-1. Ball, strike and a ball in that order on the 4 pitches so far here between Bryant and Zabel. Zabel and Matt Hansen, who's on deck, represent batters 7 and 8 in the lineup, and now he'll walk them, and that'll bring up Matt Hansen. 51 pitches for Matt Bryant, according to my numbers unofficially. 30 strikes and 21 balls, 51 minutes into the ball game here. Matt Hansen 1 for 1. Had the single into shallow right last time he was at the plate. One ball, no strike here to Matt Hansen. 3:32. If this game ends in 6 minutes, I could reek the 3:39 plane to Denver. And that will be out number 2 as Hansen flies out to Chayton Sen and right. I originally thought this game was, I didn't, like, until about maybe this time yesterday, I didn't realize that they had 2 games today. But not only do they have 2 games, they got the game started early, which goes in benefit. Here's a bunt right back to Bryant. He will pick it up, toss it over to first. Zabel advanced to second, and that is the third out of the game of the inning. So that ends the second inning of play, or the fourth inning of play, excuse me. They strand one on base. Zabel and the Stars will exchange their gloves for the bats, come out swinging right after the break here on Magnitude.
Signorama.
All right, 5-2 now here in favor of the Stars. And they'll look to add to that 5-2 lead with Nick Hasbargen, top of the order. Also, Kobe Hansen, Easton Rarick this inning. Jack Merquan on the mound will toss pitch 56 to start the inning here to Nick Hasbargen. It was 2 for 2. Started off the game with a wonderful bunt single right between the pitcher and the third baseman, and was easily able to run it out. If I remember correctly, I don't even think a throw was made to first on that bunt single. And then he would come up most recently at bat and get another single. It was an RBI single, this time to right field. And they're going to make a change here. Nick Hasbargen had all that success I just told you about. Now it's Matt Nelson stepping up to the plate. So Matt Nelson will face pitch number 56 from Jack Merquan. And here it is. And he'll take it for a strike, 0-1. Stars get 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. They have yet to be in hold to a goose egg yet here in this game and per half inning, and we'll see if the Stars can prevent that from happening here in this one. Pitch outside, counts even at 1-1. Check that, 1-2, not even, but 1-2. And Merquan with the 1-2 delivery, and that's going to be check swing foul, and it'll remain 1-2. And that is outside, or was it? Let's see, it is 2-2. 60 pitches from Merquan now, 41 strikes, 19 balls, 5 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark of the ball game here. And the bottom of the fourth, and a 5-2 lead here as that one's fouled away by Nelson, and it'll remain 2 balls and 2 strikes as a result. Stars looking for their 10th hit of the game. Kobe Hansen on deck. Easton Rarick. We'll see those two for sure in addition to Matt Nelson. Pending another change. Matt Nelson pops that one up, fouls it away, and it'll remain 1-2 once again. Strike, ball, strike. Fouled away, ball, fouled away, fouled away. And this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat here for Matt Nelson. On a 2-2 count. And a 2-2, missed it. Full count, and pitch number 9. Let me double count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up here for Matt Nelson, and it's the first payoff pitch. And he'll drill it towards first, and sliding but not able to get it was Wiebe, the second baseman, and that'll result in the 10th hit of the game here for Matt Nelson. They charged it as another error, but the Wiebe, the second baseman, was backpedaling, and he was sliding and diving. They'll go ahead and charge that as an error, so we will too then. So it's not the 10th hit of the game yet for the Stars, but Colby Hansen has a chance to get that 10th hit of the game. And that 10th hit is going deep to center field, and it's not going to be a hit, it's going to be an out. And that will put one down here in the bottom of the 4th as Colby Hansen flies out to center field. And that'll result in Easton Rarick stepping up to the plate here for the Stars. You can see pretty much 100% cloud covered out over the field here. Try the pick-off attempt there on Matt Nelson at first. Rarick will see the pitch come in low and inside for a ball. He's 1 for 2, a fly out to center and a single to center. And the pitch outside for a ball, 2-0 to Easton Rarick. And now it's 3-0 here, and we'll see if Merquan can cash in his free strike coupon on the 3-0 count. One away. Right fielder and center fielder kind of closing in on each other, leaving a bigger gap between center and left fielder playing in left center. So there is a walk to Easton Rarick. They'll put Matt Nelson up to second and bring up Caden Graff, and we'll see. And now the outfielders shift again. The gap between right and center isn't as short. And now it looks like the coach for Pierre is going to come out to the mound here, and we'll see if it's just a talk or if that's the end. It looks like it's just going to be a talk. Caden Graff 0 for 1, responsible for one of the runs scored with a sac fly to center. Most recently, he grounded out to the shortstop last time he was at the plate. So to reset, Matt Nelson on second, Easton Rarick on first, Caden Graff the batter, 0 for 1, sac fly to score a run to center, and a ground out to short on his last 2 trips to the plate. Here's the pitch, and he'll swing and foul it off into the dirt for a strike, 1-1. Oh, 0-1. Got it. Nice pitch there by Merquan. It's now 0-2 to Caden Graff. 1 out, 2 runners on. Hayden Crescent is on deck. 71 pitches from Merquan now. 24 balls, 47 strikes, and pitch 72 coming up here on the 0-2 count to Caden Graff as he stares back at Nelson on second. Now delivers the pitch. And he'll get a piece of that, and he'll remain at 0-2 and get at least one more pitch tossed to him. Easton Rarick, the runner on first. Matt Nelson, the runner on second. 1 hour and 2 minutes into the ball game now. Once again, Hayden Crescent on deck. And Jim, watching from Denver, North Carolina, says, thanks for the great broadcast. I certainly try. That one is hit up high, right field, and charging in is Zabel, and backpedaling is Wiebe, the second baseman, to make the out. So that's 2 down now here for the Stars, and they still have 2 on base. And it'll be up to Hayden Crescent to try and get those 2 runs in. That's the second or third time now that the second baseman has backpedaled into right field to make a grab. That's probably why he plays second base. And Crescent drills it. Nice grab by Wiebe. And he will throw it back home, play at the plate, out at home, and that will take care of the inning. They'll leave 2 stranded on base as Crescent will reach on a fielder's choice. And a nice bomb from Wiebe as he dived to get to prevent the ball going into right field. And he throws it home to Hunsley, and Hunsley tags out Nelson at the plate to end the inning. 5-2 after 4. Nice play there by Pierre. We're back with the 5th after this.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
(5-2) in favor of the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Matt Bryant will toss pitch 55 has reached the 1 hour and 5 minute mark of the ball game to George Stolle. Matt Bryant struck him out the first time George Stolle came up to the plate, and most recently Stolle would hit one deep to center field that would bounce over the wall, bounce off the grass onto the wall and over it for a ground rule double. Now the first pitch here to Stolle. He's in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Matt Bryant on 55 pitches, 33 strikes, 22 balls. And that pitch is just a little bit high, maybe a little bit in, and that'll even the count at 1-1. So now we'll also see Jaden Wiebe. Man, what some plays at second for him. And that's going to be a hit to center and a single for Stolle. Jaden Wiebe now steps up to the plate. Backpedaled into shallow right for the second out of the game, and then made a diving stop on a 4-2 throwout at home to end the 4th inning of play. And even if Pierre doesn't come back to win this game, you certainly have to give honorable mention to Wiebe for what he's done through 4 innings of play so far. And that one's going to be popped up, and it's out of play. First base side. And he'll reach for that one, up to second, stepped on the bag, over to first, got the double play. It's a 1-6-3 double play. And that brings up John Lyons. Here's Lyons. 1 for 2, double and a fly out. Double to deep right, fly out to shallow center. Oops, sorry about the camera there, folks. My bad. And now he'll reach for this one. It'll be a grounder towards third, picked up by Colby Hansen, not in time. John Lyons able to speed that one out, and it'll result in an infield hit. That's the 7th hit of the game here for Pierre. Bennett Dean now the batter. Had a sacrifice fly to score a run. And fouls this one back for strike one. I think the last time I saw a 1-6-3 double play, it happened against Renner in the Central Plains Regional Tournament last year. And then we saw the Stars complete a 1-2-3 double play in the state tournament. I believe that was against Fargo Post 2, if I remember correctly. Popped up. Crescent will watch it go out of play. So runner on, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs to Bennett Dean. If he can reach base, Gary Nedved would be on deck. Bryant sets, winds, delivers. Fouled away, and he'll get another pitch. And that one lined to right, and it'll land for a base hit. And John Lyons will advance to second on that base hit here by Bennett Dean. Gary Nedved's 0 for 2, grounded out to the third baseman, also grounded out to the shortstop on his 2 trips to the plate so far today, and we'll see if he grounds out again or not. Right now, Pierre, with 2 outs after a 1-6-3 double play, has 2 runners on with one of them in scoring position. Swing and a miss and a strike. Well, even if, like I said, he grounded out to third and short, so if he hits it to one of those 2 players again, they can get the force out at third. Bryant staring down Lyons on second, delivers the pitch, and now a throw up to second, and Lyons is back in time. Pitch came across as a strike. It's 0-2 now here to Gary Nedved. And that one is hit into center field. And on 2 hops, it'll be picked up by Oliver Luck. He'll send it in, and the throw home will not happen. And scoring is John Lyons. It'll be an RBI single for Gary Nedved into center field. And that makes the score 5-3 in favor of Post 400 here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. So Grayson Hunsley will be the next batter as Post 400 will have a visit to the mound here. Matt Bryant, 68 pitches, 45 strikes, and 23 balls. I don't think he's going to be taken off. I think it's just going to be a conversation. For the most part, he's done a good job. He has given up 9 hits, but only 3 runs on those 9 hits, so he's averaging a run every 3 hits allowed. As we have a short little intermission break, you could say, to reset. Bennett Dean will be the runner on second. Gary Nedved, the runner on first. And Matt Bryant now, after the chit-chat with coach and teammates, will go up against Grayson Hunsley, who's 0 for 2. Grounded out on both occasions so far. 2 ground outs to third. Time is called with no pitch delivered. And that one is going to be a hit, and it's going to drift foul out of play. One ball, one strike now here to Grayson Hunsley. If Hunsley can reach base, it's Jet Zabel who's on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike, and that is 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to Grayson Hunsley. We'll see if Matt Bryant can end the top half of the 5th on 72 pitches. He's got 71 right now. He'll stare back at Bennett Dean on second, deliver the pitch in for ball 2. Once again, Nedved, the runner on first. Bennett Dean, the runner on second here for Pierre. And the 1-2, or the 2-2 is fouled away, and it'll remain 2-2. Just barely missed the strike zone there, and it's a full count now. And we'll see if Matt Bryant can finish off the inning on 75 pitches. He has 74 at the moment. And that one's going to be popped up, and it'll be out of play. It's going to come almost right in front of us, not quite. This is pitch number 8 of the at-bat for Hunsley. And payoff pitch number 2. Bryant will look back at Dean on second, and now he'll step off and force Dean to touch up. Nedved will also touch up on first as a result. 49 strikes, 26 balls on 75 pitches so far here for Matt Bryant. An hour and 15 minutes into the ball game. Runner goes right back to Bryant, and he'll just gently and make it look like it's no problem at all. Get the 1-3 ground out, and that will end the inning. They strand 2 on base as we go to the middle of the 5th. 1-3 ground out ends the inning, and it brings up Chayton Sen, Jake Jaroszewski, and Eli Mock when we return after this.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back. We have a new pitcher here for Pierre, and I'm still trying to get the jersey number. Number 6. Saw Brecken Kruger, the former center fielder. And let's see here. So that obviously means we have a new center fielder, and I will try and get that information for you here soon. Chayton Sen double and a home run shy of the cycle. He has a single and a triple so far. He's 2 for 2. And the pitch is low and out for a ball. 1-0 to Chayton Sen. Jake Jaroszewski, Eli Mock. His batter's 6, 7, and 8 here in the bottom of the 5th for post 400. And the 1-0 pitch is down low for ball 2. So Chayton Sen now ahead of the count, 2-0. Once again, a single and a triple. Both of them went to right field and about the same spot. One to the warning track, one to the wall. Takes a strike there, 2-1. Brecken Kruger now, 2 balls and a strike on 3 pitches since taking over on the mound, and he'll deliver this one low and out for ball 3. So Chayton Sen in a good position here to potentially walk or, swing and maybe get a hit. He's got a little bit of room between right and center. If he can tuck it in the third base line, he's got plenty of room out in left field too. And he will bounce that one right back over to Kruger. Kruger fires it to Bennett Dean. It's a 1-3 ground out for Chayton Sen. So I'll bring up Jake Jaroszewski now. And instead of Jaroszewski, it's going to be Joel Fryer. Here's the pitch to Fryer, and he'll pop that one up, heading out towards left field. Backpedaling there is Easlin, the shortstop, but coming in is Stolly, the left fielder, to make the catch. And Fryer will fly out to medium left field, and that is out number 1. Here's Eli Mock now. Eli Mock and Grant Matter representing batters 8 and 9. Mock at the plate, Matter on deck, pending a change. And it will indeed be Eli Mock, and it will indeed be Grant Matter on deck. So Eli Mock will face pitch number 7 from Brecken Kruger. Here's the windup and the delivery of that 7th pitch, and that one is sent to center field. And the new center fielder will get the out. And that new center fielder is number 5. So we can enter that in right now, and that is Jack Merquan. So they just flip-flopped is all they did. So Eli Mock will fly out to center field for the 3rd out, and that will take care of business here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, new pitcher on the mound is Carson Barta. Matt Bryant's day comes to an end. 76 pitches, 50 strikes, and 26 balls. So now it'll be up to Carson Barta to try and finish this one off with the Stars leading 5-3. He'll face Jet Zabel, who against Matt Bryant had a double and a walk. The double was tucked in the third base line all the way down to the warning track in left field. Last time that Jet Zabel came up to the plate, as Matt Bryant, or Carson Barta, excuse me, will take his final warm-up tosses here. 22 minutes into the ball game so far. 5 runs on 9 hits and 2 Pierre errors for post 400. They've left 6 on base so far. Pierre, 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 post 400 error, and they've left 5 on base so far. Here's Jet Zabel, and Zabel will pop that one up foul for a strike, 0-1. 1 hour and 23 minutes into the ball game. Jet Zabel, Matt Hansen, and Brecken Kruger, bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Probably a good time to bring in the next pitcher is against the bottom of the order. It's basically a 3-hitter warm-up. Here's the 1-1, and that one is hit right under the glove of Grant Matter. He'll scoop it up, get it to Caden Graff. It's a 4-3 ground out for out number 1. Matt Hansen will step up to the plate now. Single to right field, and then he would fly out to right field into the glove of Chayton Sen on his most recent trip to the plate. This pitch will bounce in for a ball, rolling into the backstop, 1-0. First ball thrown by Barta since he's come in to take over on the mound. Now he delivers a strike. And that one will skip off the turf for ball number 2. So ball, strike, ball in that order on the 3 pitches so far here between Barta and Hansen. Once again, Brecken Kruger, the center field, or not the now pitcher, former center fielder, is on deck. And that one is sent to center field. Line drive, can Luck get there? No. Grant Matter tried to grab it, wasn't able to do so, and it will result in a single for Matt Hansen. Oh for 2, reached on the fielder's choice, grounded out. On that fielder's choice, it would be an inning-ending fielder's choice as he would hit his teammate, who's going from first to second. And when the runner gets hit by the ball, it's an out. And this one chopped down the third baseline, and it's foul. Just barely foul, but it is foul nonetheless. And Colby Hansen taking a half step up on it. Probably could have threw him out at first if grabbed it right on the line. George Stolley is on deck, and that would return us to the top of the order here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. He got ones across the board, 1 hour and 27 minutes into the ball game. And a 2-run lead for the Stars at 5-3. And now the pickoff attempt, and that ball will get away from Caden Graff, but Caden Graff able to catch up quick enough to it. And with the dive in by Hansen, he didn't really have the momentum to go to second. Count sticks at 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's the 1-1 delivery, and that one's popped up left field, and that should be good for Jared. No, it'll drop for a hit. Easton Rarick was backpedaling. Jake Jaroszewski maybe could have come in and made the grab, but he didn't. And Kruger's going to get a single off that, and to move Matt Hansen up to second on the 11th hit of the ball game here for post 8. pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1 to George Stolle. Struck out swinging, ground rule double, and then a single to center on his 3 chips to the plate so far. As a result, he's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. 0-1 as Barta looks back at Hansen, delivers the pitch, and it's a strike. 0-2. Barta nods back at second on 2 occasions. Now third, and he delivers. 0-2 into the dirt. That one will pop away, and Hansen will move to third. Up to second is Kruger. And it's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stolle. And the runners advance on the wild pitch. So that opens up first base. And fouled away, and it'll remain 1-2. 90 minutes, time of the ball game now as we reach 1 hour 30. And the Stars looking to escape here. Pierre has the tying run in scoring position on second. Here's the 1-2, and that will be a swing and a foul tip, I should say. So we got Kruger on second, Hansen on third. George Stolle, the batter, with Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, on deck. Stolle brings us back to the top of the order, by the way. And that one's sent to center field. Running after is Oliver Locked, and he will not make the catch. It'll be a base hit, and they'll score 1 run for sure, Matt Hansen. Rounding third is Kruger. It'll be a 2-run triple for George Stolle. And we are tied at 5. So at 130, that is not an error. You don't charge an error to the diving outfielder. That is a hit all the way, and I'll stand on that. They charge it as a hit, but that should be an error, and now our counts are even. That one's going to be popped up. And it'll be Kobe Hansen making the catch for out number 2. So Jaden Wiebe will pop out. Stolle remains on third. Pierre scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. This is the first time that they've scored more than 1 in an inning. That pitch comes in a little bit low. John Lyons has had some pretty good success at the plate too. He's 2 for 3. He had double, smashed one to deep right, and then a fly out to shallow center, and then on an infield single was able to run out a potential 5-3 ground out, but he was able to run it out. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 away, and the runner on third, George Stolle. Stolle representing the go-ahead run here for Pierre. We'll see if Barta can pitch his way out and keep this thing tied. And it'll come in for a ball. It's 2-1. And that one pops in off the face mask of Crescent. And he, for lack of better wording, he was unintentionally headbutting it in front of him. 3 balls and a strike. Got it in there for a strike. 3-2 now to Lions. Bennett Dean on deck. Bard on 20 pitches. 13 of them have found the strike zone. And the go-ahead run is on third for George Stolley in Pierre Post 8. And now this one will be bounced towards Easton Rarick. He will fire it over to first, and that'll be out number 3. That'll prevent the run from scoring, and they will keep this thing knotted up at 5 heading into the bottom of the 6th. And we'll see if the Stars can return the favor when we return after the break. Right after this here on Magnitude.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, 5-5 here between the Stars and Pierre Post 8. And this is Grant Matter at the plate. Takes the first pitch for a strike. He's 1 for 2. Singled into left field and then went down swinging on strikes last time he was at the plate. Nothing in 1 here as Kruger winds up and delivers the pitch. And this one, a one-hopper to third. Lyons picks it up, fires it over to first, and it's a 5-3 ground out. Matt Nelson will be the next batter here for the Stars. Nelson took over the number 1 spot in the lineup in the, I believe it was the 5th inning. So this is his second plate appearance of the game. Last time he singled on an infield single. And this one bounces away for a ball, 1-0. 1 hour, 37 minutes, time of the ball game now. And Nelson swings and misses for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. No runners on. And Matt Nelson will send it to center field. Merquan gets underneath it for the second out. Matt Nelson will fly out to center. 2 up, 2 down. Kobe Hansen, the batter now, and he'll try and do some more 2-out magic for the Stars here in the bottom of the 6th. Colby Hansen 1 for 3, a double to left center, fly out to center, and a fly out to right. 2 outs and a 1-0 pitch, and that one will miss for ball 2. If Hansen can reach base, Easton Rarick will step up to the plate next, pending a change. No, it is Rarick as they peek over there on the on-deck circle. There's a strike, 2-1. And the 2-1, that one is hit hard to right field, and it will drop foul. It will result in a 2-2 count. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Nobody on base in a 5-5 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. And they tried to get these games started early so they could beat the weather. And the way this one's going, it might go to extras. We'll see, though. Stars are used to these tight situations late in the game. And they certainly have the firepower to make it happen. A nice diving catch by Merquan in center field to end the inning. They leave nobody stranded on base, and it remains 5-5 after 6. And we go to what could potentially be the final frame when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. All right, welcome back. Carson Barta will face batters 4, 5, and 6, middle of the order here in a 5-5 ball game after 6 complete. We move to the top of the 7th with Bennett Dean leading things off here for Pierre State. And the first pitch will miss outside. Ball 1, Bennett Dean, 1 for 1. Sac fly to left center to score a run, and then he singled to right field last time he was at the plate. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes to Bennett Dean, and Carson Barta needs to be a little bit careful here as he's starting to throw more balls and strikes. That one's going to be popped up, backpedaling Easton Rarick. Coming in is Jaroszewski, and Jaroszewski will make the catch. Maybe not. Did he? I don't know for sure. Yes, he did. Yep, he made the catch. So 1 up, 1 down. Gary Nedved, 1 for 3. A couple of ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to short, and then he singled to center field last time he was at the plate. There's Barta with the pitch, and it goes in for ball 1. 25 pitches for Barta now, 15 strikes and 10 balls. 1-0. Make it 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. On deck is Grayson Hunsley. Nedved takes strike 2, and it's 1-2 to Gary Nedved. Once again, he's 1 for 3 with a couple of ground outs and a single. And now Carson Barta looking for out number 2, and he will not get it via a strikeout, but he might get it via an Easton Rarick throw out to first, and Caden Graff got it, scooped it up, 6-3 ground out. 2 up, 2 down here for Pierre in the top of the 7th. And now it's Grayson Hunsley stepping up to the plate. Swing and a miss for Hunsley, 0-1. Carson Barta sneaks ahead of the count. On deck is Jet Zabel if Hunsley can reach base with 2 away. This is pitch number 30 for Barda. And that one's hit up high. Center field. Oliver Luck is there, and that is out number 2. Check that, out number 3. 2 up, 2 down, now 3 up, 3 down on the fly out, and that'll bring up the batters 3, 4, and 5. Easton Rarick, Caden Graff, Hayden Crescent. One of those 3 comes across the plate, the game is over. Bottom of the 7th is next here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, it's Easton Rarick, Caden Graff, and Hayden Crescent. Batters 3, 4, and 5. We'll see them for sure here in the bottom of the 7th. Stars need 1 to walk it off, and a tap foul at the plate, and it's 0-1. Easton Rarick fly out to center, a single to center, and a walk in that order on his 3 trips to the plate so far today. Fouls it off for an 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and he'll ground this one right to the first baseman. Bennett Dean will scoop it up and step on the bag, and that's a direct ground out to first for the first down of the inning. That brings up Caden Graff. Caden Graff over 2. Sac fly to center, ground out to short, and a fly out to right. I believe it was the second baseman, Wiebe, who made the catch on that fly out to right, if memory serves me correctly. This one sneaks it into left field. It's a base hit. It's the 10th base hit of the game, and Caden Graff's heading for second, and he will get there in time. And the winning run is now in scoring position here for the Post 400 Stars. Hayden Crescent, 1-0 for 2. Hang on. He's not 0 for 2. He's 1 for 3. Single to right, or shallow right. A fly out to right, and a reached on a fielder's choice. And now they are going to intentionally walk Hayden Crescent. So that will set up the force out at third with 1 away here. And now Crescent will have a courtesy runner. So they intentionally walk Hayden Crescent, and then they bring in, let's see here, number 3, Oliver Luck, to run at first. So Oliver Luck on first, Caden Graff on second after the intentional walk to Hayden Crescent to set up a force-out opportunity at third. And now it's Chayton Sen, 2 for 3, single and a triple and a ground out on a 1-3. Needs a double and a home run for the cycle. Takes the pitch just a little bit outside, low for a ball, 1-0. Chayton Sen gets a big hit center field, going deep and running back and making the catch is Merquan in center field. And he bombs it in quickly to hold the runners at first and second. And now there's 2 away here for the Stars in the bottom of the 7th. And there are some sprinkles now. So the umpire's holding up. Said something about over his head. And I'm not sure. I didn't see anything. They're checking the weather forecast. The umpire wants to know when there's 1.5 to go here. And if Joe Fryer can get a hit and score Caden Graff, it won't matter how close that storm is. The game will be over. 2 away, Joe Fryer 0 for 1, fly out to left field to George Stolley. Last time he was at the plate, we've reached 1 hour, 49 minutes, time of the ball game. 5-5 tie here in the bottom of the 7th. Fryer sends it out, center field, and on the run, makes the grab. We're going to the 8th inning. Strands 2 on base and 7 complete, and we're still tied at 5. Bonus baseball if it doesn't get delayed. We'll see if we can score a run here in the 8th.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, taking a look at the forecast here. We're under a partly cloudy sky according to the Weather Channel weather app, but looking out there, it appears to be sprinkling or maybe a light rain. Supposed to have more rain in about 30 minutes from now. 4:31, 80% chance of thunderstorms in the 5 o'clock hour, so we, in theory, have about 29 minutes to play before that would show up. Some interesting clouds. I'll show you those later here. And this one is hit out deep to left field, and it'll land for a hit. Jaroszewski couldn't quite catch up to it. He'll pick it up at the warning track, and Jet Zabel's on with a double. One hour and 51 minutes, top of the 8th, and a leadoff double here for Jet Zabel. And now Matt Hansen's the batter. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a fly out, and a single. 2 of those right, 1 to center field. And Pierre will look to take the lead early here in the 8th. We'll see if the Stars can get themselves out of this situation here. Showing bunt, bunts it down the first base line, and slipping and falling is Carson Barta. I don't know if he was hesitating on the, it's a good thing he didn't throw to first since he wasn't off balance, because if he would have thrown to first off balance and made an erred throw, the Pierre post 8 team would be leading right now. So that's not necessarily the worst thing that could have happened there for Carson Barta. They'll go into the books as an infield hit. Puts runners on the corners on first and third now here for Brecken Kruger, 1 for 3. Fielder's choice, ground out to the pitcher, and a single to left field. And Pierre is threatening with nobody out and runners on the corners. Ball 1 to Brecken Kruger. George Stolle on deck. Kruger and Stolle 9-1 in the batting lineup as we return to the top of the order here after Kruger, assuming no triple plays happen. And he'll bunt it foul, and that'll be strike 1. 1 hour, 53 minutes, time of the ball game so far. Even if Pierce scores here, they'll post 400 will get a chance in the bottom of the 8th to tie it up and or walk it off. Right now it's still tied at 5-5, so first things first. 1-1. Showing bunt again, and he'll bunt it right down. And the flip to home, and he's safe at home. And Zabel will give Pierre post 8 the lead at 6-5, and it'll be a fielder's choice for Kruger. So runners on first and second now as the run comes in to score on the fielder's choice. And Pierre takes a 6-5 lead here in the top of the 8th. George Stolle returned to the top of the order now. He's 3 for 4. Struck out swinging. Since then, a ground rule double, a single, and a triple. Now he's showing bunt. Bunts it foul into the backstop for strike 1. If he bunts it foul one more time, that would, in theory, take away the bunt strategy. He will likely square up again here. And he will square up, pull it back, and now the throw to second. And now a rundown between second and third. And he's tagged out. Well, I thought he was tagged out based on my camera view there, but the official said he was safe. And Colby Hansen pleading his case there. I think that's Colby Hansen anyway, or maybe it's... They're going to call him safe. So now runners on second and third with nobody out here, and a 1-run lead for Pierre. Now the officials are going to get together and discuss it one more time, and yeah, he'll be safe at third. So Matt Hansen survives a rundown. George Stolle still at the plate. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. They are going to intentionally walk Stolle. So that'll load the bases for Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, who's 0 for 3. Reached on an error, grounded out to the pitcher, and then he popped out to the catcher, Hayden Crescent. So nobody out, bases loaded now after the intentional walk, and here's the pitch from Barta. Got it in there for a strike, I thought, but I guess not. Ball 1. Here's the windup. Barta delivers a strike there, and it's 1-1. So it sets up a force out at home if it's a ground ball to a positional player. Or a sac fly potentially would score 1 run. If they get a base hit, Fargo post 400 could be in trouble. 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the top of the 8th. And he'll just miss that one. He'll even up the count at 2-2. And that one's hit hard, and it'll sneak by Grant Matter into center field. Oliver Luck picks it up. And 2 runs will score. Matt Hansen as well as Brecken Kruger from second. And Pierre extends their lead to 8-5. And runners on the corners. It'll be a 2-run single for Wiebe. So George Stolley on third, Jaden Wiebe on first, and now John Lyons 2-for-4, double flyout, single and a ground out. And he takes that first pitch for I missed it. I don't know if it was a ball or a strike. We'll find out sooner or later, I guess. Now they'll try the pickoff there on Wiebe. That's a strike, so it's either 1-1 or 0-2. See if the official gives us any confirmation. It is 1-1. And the runner goes, and a throw up to second on a bounce. And now a throw back to third, and they did not get him at third. So Wiebe trying to get that double steal to score the extra run, but post 400 on top of things there. 2 balls and a strike to John Lyons. Once again, he's 2-for-4, double flyout, single and a ground out. And that one is off the shoulder pad of Hayden Crescent. Fouled away into the back netting, 2-2 the count. We've reached the 2-hour mark of the ball game now. And he'll reach for it, fouled away, and it'll remain 2-2. Well, if there's anything that the Stars need right now, it's that first out. They've given up 3 runs, and there's still nobody out here in the top of the 8th. 2-2 popped up. And that is a possibility for, was that Hansen? Or was it Rarick? It was Rarick who made the catch. So Lyons pops out for the second time in foul territory. Bennett Dean moves up to second on the pop out. That brings, Jaden Wiebe moves to second. Bennett Dean's now the batter. And they'll intentionally walk Bennett Dean. So they'll load the bases now with 1 out and brings up, let's see here, they'll bring up a different batter. They'll bring up Jack Merquan. And a strike is delivered there by Carson Barta. One ball, one strike. And that one's fouled off. That's good for strike 2. 2 hours, 2 minutes into the ball game now. And this one, a hopper towards short. Rarick picks it up in time, just barely in time. They'll trade the run for the out. George Stolley will score. It's 9-5 now. And they get 2 outs, and the other 2 runners advance a base. So runners on second and third with 2 out now, and this is, I believe it's Hunsley, unless they made a change. So the Stars have their work cut out for them. They've not scored more than 2 in an inning, and they have not scored since the 3rd inning of play. That one's fouled away for a strike, and it's 0-2 now here to Hunsley. Jaden Wiebe, the runner on third. Bennett Dean, the runner on second. Hunsley, the batter, facing an 0-2 count with 2 away. And Carson Barta is going to try and get out of this inning here with 55 pitches, and he might. Rarick picks it up, fires it over to first, got it, and that will prevent the run from scoring. They will strand 2 on base, and we'll go to the middle of the 8th. And the Stars will need 4 to force the 9th or 5 to walk it off. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, the Stars have a little bit of work to do here. They need 4 runs and have 3 outs to work with here. It's 9-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Brecken Kruger remains on the mound. Eli Mock looking for something in this game. He's been 0 for 3 so far here in the contest. A ground out right back to the pitcher, a fly out to center field, and a pop out to the pitcher. 4 to tie, 5 to walk it off. Can they do it? They certainly have the talent and the ability to get it done, but they have not scored since the 3rd inning. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Goose eggs in 4, 5, 6, 7. And now here we are in the bottom of the 8th with the game on the line. And that is over the head of the shortstop into center field. It's a base hit. Grant Matter will try and keep this thing going. We've reached 2 hours and 6 minutes now, time of the game. Matt Nelson moves into the on-deck circle. Grant Matter, batter 9. Matt Nelson, top the order here. So 9-1, due-up, 9 at the plate, 1 due-up here for the Stars. Kruger looks over at first, now delivers, and that one is hit to center field. It's going to be a pop-up. And making the catch is Merquan for out number 1. So now they are down to 2 outs as Grant Matter flies out to center field. And that will bring up the next batter here. That is Matt Nelson. And the Stars, we always talk about 2-out magic. They want to do some 1-out magic right now. They want to cut into that deficit before they get that second out. And there's a strike. That's 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Nelson. And that one is popped up center field. Charging in is Merquan. He makes the out. Catch for out number 2. And that one is going to be popped up deep to left, and that should do it as long as he makes the catch. And Pierre will win it by the score of 9-5. The Stars go 2-2, and they will possibly play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have to see for sure. Right now, our watch link is set for 3 or 3:30. But as soon as we find out the time of the game tomorrow for the Stars, we will update it for you here on our YouTube channel, and you can be sure to tune in for that one. That's going to do it for this one. We hope you enjoyed the game. Have a good night.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.